All right, we are heading into official summer. This is the last week in May. We are fixing to be doing all the fun things. School is out, the pools are open, all the fun things are fixing to start. So let's spend just a few minutes and talk about 5 things your teen can do this summer to really use their time and make the most of the extra time that they have and really get a jump start when it comes to college and career planning or just getting ready for their future. That might be a little bit more productive than just sitting and staring at their phone or the TV all day long. Okay, 5 things real quick. First thing, encourage them to get a job. Jobs for teens are amazing for a lot of reasons. 5 in particular. One, it keeps them busy, right? It doesn't give them so much free time. Sometimes too much free time is sort of a problem. So having a job gives them something to do. Number 2, teaches them about money. They get to earn their own money. When it's their money, all of a sudden they feel it more when they spend it, right? It's not mom and dad's money, it's their money. They realize, oh, I had to work a lot for this little bit and it goes real quickly. That's a good life lesson. Minimum wage is motivating. They realize real quickly, oh, wait, you know what? I don't actually want to do this for the rest of my life. I need to figure out a plan to make more money faster than this, right? Number 3, it gives them experience, real life on the job experience. A lot of places won't hire kids, youth, unless they've had their first job. So getting that first job can be a little bit challenging because they have no previous work experience. So encourage them to start, to get a job doing something, but ideally be a little bit strategic about it and use it to explore something that they think they might be interested in. And then also it teaches them responsibility. It teaches them about, hey, you have to be there at a certain time and these are your responsibilities. And this is how life works, right? And if you're going to be sick, how does that work? Like you need to call in or you need to go. And like good life lessons come from having an actual job. It's amazing to me how few kids actually end up getting a job and how a lot of kids make it all the way through high school and into college and they've never actually worked anywhere. Work is a good experience, teaches you a lot of things. So encourage them to get that first job and start getting that actual real life work experience. It's very beneficial. Number 2, interns. Get an internship. Some companies don't hire young people necessarily, but they do have internship programs that they can go through. This may not be paid. Typically, internships aren't, but the value is the experience that you get and the people that you meet. So these are still highly, highly valuable. We need to, again, be strategic about internships and pursue those with companies that the kid might be interested in possibly working at or in a field that the child is considering, because this is giving them on-the-job experience. They get to actually talk to people who are doing what they're interested in maybe doing. Ask questions. This is a very, very good thing to see if this is actually, something that I actually want to do. And I actually liked being there, or actually, you know what? No, I don't think so. Internships or volunteering. If it's something that there's a lot of companies that do offer internships for young people, but if your teen is interested in a field and there's not an internship necessarily available that you can find, it's okay to approach a company and be like, hey, I've got a teen who's interested in this, or have the teen approach them. Could they possibly volunteer 1 day a week? And come and help with whatever. And just to be on the job, that can be helpful for college applications, for future job applications. It's a good thing to have real life experience. Even if that's not paid, it's still beneficial. The relationships that you make, networking, getting to meet adults, ask questions, that's very beneficial. Number 3, really good thing they can do this summer is a mission trip. Do some mission work. It doesn't have to be a big, dramatic third world country. It can be local stuff, but volunteer somewhere. When I was 18 or 19, we did Habitat for Humanity and we put a roof on somebody's house one summer and got to meet the family that was going to be moving in. And that was really a neat experience. And then I also got to spend a week in Honduras and we were doing medical work and dental work. And it was really hot. And we were in this very hot dental little room pulling teeth for all these people who didn't have access. We were out in the sticks in Honduras. But that was neat just to see life outside of, the United States and everything. When I was 19, I spent 2 months in Sierra Leone, West Africa with Mercy Ships, and that was life-changing. I highly, highly encourage teens, if they have the opportunity, to travel and to get out of the United States, just because the life experience that you get is so truly shocking to see life outside of here. And getting to see people that you're actually helping. It makes you, one, appreciate what you have, but 2, it makes you, excited that you got to help and that you got to have a positive impact on others. So mission trip, that can be a family mission trip. That doesn't have to be something that they do on their own. That can be something the whole family does together. Number 3, take a family trip. We don't always know how much time we have with our family members together. Sometimes it's not as much time as we think we're going to have. So we need to use the time that we have together wisely and to really enjoy each other and be present together. I know sometimes family trips can be sort of an ordeal, and there's kind of a lot, and it can be expensive, and it can be like a lot of planning, and sometimes it's easier to just stay home. But lots of fun memories can be made when you get out of the normal house and the normal routine and you go somewhere new and different together. Even those long car rides, and you can make it a media free, no phones until we get where we're going, no phones for the next 3 hours. And I would also encourage you to have some questions prepared for those long car rides, or just to kind of start the conversation. So that can even be, hey, what's your favorite memory about this past year? Or if you could go back and do this past year differently, what's something that you would like to do? What would you have changed? These kind of things. You can talk about your experience in high school and some things that you learned or that you would have done differently. That's good. Just to get the team talking. You can even ask fun, random, silly questions. Just tell them, hey, we're going to play 20 questions. I'm going to ask you 20 questions just to get them talking. Hey, if you had a superpower, you could be any kind of superpower. What would you like to do? Just get them talking, because those conversations can lead to interesting places, right? Especially once you get their phones put down and, tell them this is important. I want to spend time with you, especially if it's a team, because you don't know how much more time you're going to have to get to take trips. They get big and then life happens and you don't get to have those family times together. So really valuing that is important, even if it's kind of an ordeal. Take a family trip. And the last thing, but not the least, I think one of the most important things you can do with a teen during the summer, especially when they have more free time, is to start the process of career planning and thinking about, how do you want to start getting ready for the future? What might you like to do? Not in a stressful situation, but just in let's explore your options, because that really is the very first step in career planning. Is let's get to know you and kind of find the environments that you like and the environments that you don't, and what are some of the things you might be interested in, and really looking into those things and encouraging the team to start exploring, like, let's take this class, random summer class. You can do some of those. Again, the summer jobs, the internships, getting them out of their normal routine, and maybe away from their peers and away from their phone, letting them have new experiences and pursue things that they might be interested in. Starting that exploration process as early as possible, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, tremendously helpful, because that way, by the time they're coming into their senior year, they have some ideas of what they might actually want to do, right? And it's not, I don't know, I've never worked anywhere, I have no idea how to answer that question. It's amazing how many students really don't know, well, what do you like to do? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I like. Because they haven't had much life experience. So get them out, encourage them to find something. If they're struggling finding something, they may need a little help. Sign them up for a class. Hey, we're going to do this summer. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. Take them along whether they want to go or not, because sometimes teens are not the most agreeable and they may not, they can be difficult, but just, you may need to help them a little bit, facilitate some of these things. Even just looking over a book of, community education classes. Hey, we're going to take a class. What do you want to do? We'll take one together. We want to do cooking. You want to do, my mom and I did a high school, was it salsa dancing? We went to this class and it was lots of fun. And we learned how to do different dance steps with these random people that we didn't know. And that was fun. And I didn't grow up to become a dancer, but it was still fun. So get them some life experience, encourage them to try new things, meet new people. All of that can be very, very helpful for their future and a better use of their time than just sitting at home scrolling or just hanging out with friends. Encourage them to really get moving on. Let's look at life and let's look at your options and let's explore, because this world is a really neat place, but we want them to start interacting, right? We want to encourage that. So I hope that's helpful. 5 fun ideas for your teenager and your young adult to start working on. And I hope that you guys all have an amazing summer. Very excited. It's going to be really hot here in Texas, like crazy hot, but that's okay. We love it. My very first time I ever saw an actual beach, like not a Texas beach, but an actual beach, we went to Hawaii when I was 18 or 19. And I remember just being amazed that there were such beautiful beaches in this world. It was crazy. We went snorkeling. I still remember how incredibly beautiful it was. And I remember the first beach that I saw after Hawaii and being like, oh, Texas. But that's okay. We make do with what we have. But anyway, encourage you guys to just enjoy your summer, have fun together, make the most of the time, and we'll talk soon.